Hello and welcome to the Breathing Room. Today I'm very happy to welcome Shahin Sheikh. I know her as a Zumba instructor, and what I came to know is she's also a teacher. So you teach 5th to 10th standard?
Yes.
English,
Yeah,
right?
English and history.
Shahin does all the classes herself. How do you manage doing all those classes, one after the other?
I went to the gym. My dad said, you have gained so much of weight. Why don't you start going to the gym? I went to the gym, and then in the gym, I got introduced to the Zumba part. In the first two classes, she asked me to get out of the class because I was laughing in the conscious mind thinking that this is not something my cup of tea.
So for people who don't know, what is Zumba? When you just explain a little bit.
Zumba is basically a dance workout, of course, but it is a rhythmic workout. People who don't know dancing and people who know dancing, even those people can do Zumba. My dad was against it to not do Zumba. When I started doing Zumba, I lost almost like 28 kgs. देखो मतलब तुम पैसा भी नहीं भर रहे हो तुमको डांस करने के पैसे भी मिल रहे हैं and you're losing your weight. Why not then?
So I want to know what you eat. What is your diet like? I mean, I want to know how you
cut ये नहीं पूछना
Hello and welcome to the Breathing Room. On this show, we talk about M&M, mind, nutrition, and movement, and we give practical advice all backed by science. I'm Rita Date, your host. I'm a yoga and meditation coach, nutritionist, and author. Today, I'm very happy to welcome Shahin Sheikh. Shahin is a Zumba instructor. She teaches right here at the Breathing Room studio, but she has packed classes all over Pune city. Her energy is immense. She does all the classes herself. She's high energy. And I know her as a Zumba instructor. And what I came to know is she's also a teacher. She teaches standards 5th through 8th. She teaches them English. And she has a lot to share for students as well as parents. Welcome to the show, Shahin.
Pleasure seeing you.
Yeah. So I given a brief background, but I wanted to say that Shahin was always into sports. And then she said in 10th and 12th, she kind of put that on the back burner, gained a lot of weight, but then she went back into fitness and found Zumba. And she was very happy because she got fit, she was doing something she loved, and then she started earning money from Zumba. But I also learned, I've known Shahin for a while, but I also learned recently that she's also a teacher. I never knew that. So you teach 5th to 10th standard?
Yes.
English,
Yeah,
right?
English and history.
So it's so different from Zumba. So how do you balance the two?
So, of course, I take morning Zumba sessions. In the morning, I have Zumba sessions, and in the evening, I take Zumba sessions. In the mid time, that is from like 9 to 12:30, I am free usually. I thought, why not invest that time into teaching? And anyways, I am more attracted towards kids. I have so much of love for kids. And there was one of my member who was actually a principal. And then I studied something which was related to the education field. And then I thought, why not get into it? And when I got into it, I couldn't leave that back. I had a gap in between, but then yeah, I still continue teaching kids.
It takes a special person to work with kids, so.
Of course. It's a different journey.
And then Shahin does all the classes herself. Her classes are high energy. You'll be seeing some videos. How do you manage doing all those classes, one after the other?
I don't know, maybe, so when I was in my college, after my 12th standard, so basically from 10 to 12th, I was overweight. And then when I got into this Zumba part, someone introduced me to Zumba part, I went to the gym. My dad said, you have gained so much of weight. Why don't you start going to the gym? I went to the gym, and then in the gym, I got introduced to the Zumba part. I went into the session. The instructor said, you dance so well because already I've done this Bharatanatyam dance. I thought, okay. In the first two classes, she asked me to get out of the class because I was laughing in the conscious mind thinking that this is not something my cup of tea and this is very different dance form. And the third class, again, I was there. She said, you dance so well, but why were you laughing? I said, I had that conscious mind behind me. Sometimes you look at yourself and you feel you're dancing in a funny way.
Yeah, you have the mirror in front of you.
Yeah, of course. Though I was dancing well, but still I was feeling it is way funny at that moment. But then by the time when I started doing it, I felt like I'm losing my weight. She asked me, why don't you become an instructor? From there, the journey starts. She said me, you take this training. That training I took, it was out of my budget. I had borrowed money from lot many people's, from my family members, of course. My dad was against it to not do Zumba because that was not something which was not basically was not allowing me to get into Zumba or something.
Mainstream kind of thing, yeah. So for people who don't know, what is Zumba? When you just explain a little bit.
So Zumba is basically a dance workout, of course, but it is a rhythmic workout. It goes on music. It is a Latin moves. So people who don't know dancing and people who know dancing, even those people can do Zumba because it is more of fitness moves. Like there are lunges, there are squats, which is a base of Zumba. है ना? There are movements of Arabic movements are there, but the base starts from the basics of normal workout. That is your lower body workouts. So when I started doing Zumba, I lost almost like 28 kgs in like 2.5 years. देखो मतलब तुम पैसा भी नहीं भर रहे हो तुमको डांस करने के पैसे भी मिल रहे हैं and you're losing your weight, why not then? And
yeah,
then I thought I am getting paid for it, why not get into it? So yeah. So if you're a non-dancer and you've never danced in your life, I would actually prefer you to try a dance which is Zumba because that is a base of any aerobics workout.
Yeah, and plus the way you teach, you explain every step. I mean, it's easy to follow your steps.
Yeah, because Zumba is a workout where there is no age barrier. From kids to the old age, everyone can do Zumba. It is that simple. So if you'll ask me, Shahin, there are hopping movements, there is this. No, there are some different workouts for the age group above 50 years and there is a different workout for the people below 50 years of age. So everyone
just modify.
Can do. Yeah. And then when an instructor is certified for doing all of this trainings, if like I have certified for teaching B1, basic 1, that is a base of Zumba. Then I did my kids Zumba. Then I did strong by Zumba. So I came to know that I can teach any age group and whomever can dance or whoever cannot dance. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And recently, I think last week, we had a Zumba party on Saturday.
Right.
And they were all ages over there.
Yeah, that was an amazing part because we had different age group of people dancing together and I could set an example for people that someone was of 80, someone was of 75, then someone was 60, then 30, then 28, 18. And then that was a best example to set up for people. See, like everyone is dancing in the same class. Yeah.
You answered part of this question, but Zumba is for everybody. But how do you have to be in shape to get in? Like how much shape should you be in? Should you be able to do the lunges? What is cardiac shape or anything you suggest?
Oh no, nothing has shape. Like what?
Fit. I mean fit. How fit do you have to be?
No, it is nothing as such. Even if you're overweight. Like even now I have gained a weight where I am coming up with a journey to lose 20 kgs down to start working with a project where I have to show my journey that I'll be losing up like 20 kgs. So Zumba doesn't come up with any sort of weight issues like if you're overweight or something like that. It starts with a very base so everyone can try doing it. So there is no as such thing that
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone can come and start.
Yeah. Even if you have never joined a gym, तुमने gym का कभी मुंह ही नहीं देखा है जिंदगी में, तुमको पता ही नहीं gym में करते ही क्या है, तुमको पता ही नहीं कि floor पे आने के बाद करना क्या है. Best thing you go get into a Zumba class. The instructor would help you out with the base of workout. That would help you in your weight training. That would help you in strengthening your muscles. That will help you to increase your endurance. Which will help you to, when you're doing a weight training, basically, you have more endurance to lift the weights. Your forms are correct. So all of these things comes into a picture when you're doing Zumba.
So I know you used all different types of music.
Right.
Good music you use. So do you choose this music and do you choreograph the routines or how does it work?
Yeah, we do it. But Zumba, so we have an app. Zen community, Zen play app. So where we get every month is like 13 songs where we have like 3 warm-up songs and the last is the cool down, and in the mid section whatever I take choreographies, that is all Latin dance forms which is to be taken in a sequence wise where it works on your heart rate. So basically low, high intensity, high, low. So then we do almost like 23 different dance forms in Zumba. That is like merengue, cumbia, soca, bachata.
Okay.
Then we have this reggaeton, demba, soca. Then we have this bhangra. Even bhangra has been included in Zumba.
Good.
Yeah.
Because Bollywood music is always
of
fun,
course,
fun
it is fun. Yeah.
Dance to. I know I asked you how you keep your energy levels up. So I want to know what you eat. What is your diet like? I mean, I want to know how it's...
Cut. ये नहीं पूछना. So I actually prefer having healthy things. So even if I am into a cafes, I have never tried on burgers and pizzas lot many times. It is very rare thing that I can have. But if you wanna have a cheat meal, rather than telling you what you can eat healthy, क्योंकि सब लोग healthy बताते हैं तुम healthy खाओ, but तुम वो तो follow नहीं करते हो. So let me tell you, if you don't want to eat healthy, but if you go out and you want have a cheat meal, then you can try something like which is related to paneer or chicken. Maybe it might taste you nice, but you can have a high protein diet, and then you can have a black coffee or some drinks related with the same that could balance your diet for that moment, for that particular moment, so that you even enjoy your meal and you even have a cheat meal.
Okay, but so you have ghar ka khana.
Yeah. So so when you ask me these questions, what do you eat? I eat many things. I am continuously eating.
That's what I'm asking, because you have so many classes, and then to deal with the students and then come back to the classes.
So when it is Shahin's day, it starts with Zumba. So first thing what she has to decide is what is she gonna eat, because she has to take 1 hour of Zumba sessions. Maybe after that 2 hours also हो जाता है, कभी-कभी हमें 2 session लेना है morning में या 3 sessions. So you can always prefer having coffees and bananas or something which would give you a good energy.
Okay.
So I start my day is with ghee and a warm water. And I have banana or something like that, and then by the time I reach the gym in the mid time, coffee something I prefer. I won't prefer it to people that you have it on an empty stomach, but anyways I'm eating like banana or something.
You're eating something, yeah. So it's not an empty stomach.
So you can go ahead, and then I have a breakfast always like eggs or something like that, or chicken. So my mom is so in Marathi we say she's Sugran. Sugran as in someone who prepares amazing food. So I am more attached towards home food rather than having something outside food. So yeah, I prefer eating something which is really
homemade.
Healthy,
and then you depending on your schedule, you eat accordingly.
Yeah.
So
can't
be too full, but you need to eat some, and you need energy.
I would always say don't skip the meal. So the best part you ever do is in your life is not to skip your meal. If you start doing that, maybe then you will come up with issues related to appetite later on, maybe not now. So these days kids or everyone feels that if we skip our meal, then maybe we come down into a shape, or it is not right.
Right. Okay, cool. So many of your clients are working professionals, right? And they have very stressful lives, and it's great that they're coming to you.
Right.
How do you what is your message to people who do not come to you? How do you get them in, or even the ones that come to you? Like, what kind of advice do you give them?
So Zumba is a journey that I've been teaching Zumba for last 10 years. So I always felt, what is that thing that people have been attached to me for last 8 and 9 years in the same gym, in the same class.
Okay,
yeah,
they've
I
been
do
with
have
you.
people like that. So when I actually ask them, or when I have a normal conversation, what the message that I get from them is the vibe. When we have this hectic day, the whole day, we need to go to someone or attend someone's session or do something like meet our friend or sit beside mother, have a chit chat about the whole day. So when they come for Zumba, they only say we feel vibe. We love dancing, even though if we don't know to dance, it is good to see you because I carry that energy. And when people, if you ask me this question, so what is the message that you want to pass people who have never danced or they're not coming to you for the classes, I would actually say if your whole day is very hectic, try coming up for Zumba sessions someday, and then you feel that energy which is around, because there are people who don't know to dance, some people who know to dance, and when you dance out, you look at your mirror yourself, and then you feel that okay, we actually look beautiful no matter what age, what height, shape, what color we carry, and we start loving ourselves.
Because you're so happy doing it, right? You're just it gets you in a good mood.
And it is vice versa. So it's basically a collaboration of members and instructor. When they're around me, I feel happy. If they're not around me, I always have this thing, where are those people? Why didn't they come for this session? Were you busy yesterday? Were you stuck in traffic? What was the reason? And then that's how we bond, we become good friends, and then they stay connected with you for a very long period of
Yeah,
time.
that's nice.
Yeah.
And I think recent studies have come out that the number one reason for depression is the lack of community,
Community. Oh, right.
loneliness.
Right, exactly.
So this is a good way to not be lonely.
True.
Get out there and Zumba. So you've been in this for 10 years. So how have you seen, and you worked in gyms in various places, how have you seen the fitness industry change in these 10 years?
There has been ups and downs. Some people, they work in a very professional manner. Some people, they work for money. Some people, they do not actually care who is coming to the gym and who is not. It is a concern of money and that particular time. So in this 10 years of journey, I have worked with like 189 gyms, 189 gyms in Pune.
Wow, I didn't know there were so many. Okay.
I think every part of Pune I have worked with. And when I worked with so many gyms in this 10 years, I've seen people, they do have illegal instructors out there. Some instructors who only know dancing, but they do not know anything about Zumba. Because Zumba is completely a science-based formula. You can't be just taking Zumba just because you know dancing. Like, just because I am a Bharatanatyam instructor, I know to dance, I make choreographies, and then you start teaching Zumba. No, of course, it is a wrong concept which comes up. And then people start taking it on any music, any rhythmic, just because it is a very intense music, something which is very viral on Instagram and social media, and you start taking on it, making choreographies. Of course, that's not something like that. But then in 10 years, I would say some gyms came up with a very good concept where they actually work on people's health. They try converting their lives by the workout forms or their nutritionist forms, or maybe it could be yoga or
They
Zumba.
take the whole package.
Yeah, the whole package. Some they actually do not promote the health thing. They only promote as the money matters, but they do not have licensed instructors. It is, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because obviously you said you bring the heart rate up and down is a very scientific way that Zumba
And
works.
of course, even though if for example there are two people, one is overweight and one is underweight. Now, of course, the underweight will ask, if I do Zumba, I'm going to lose my muscle mass. And then should I do a Zumba? Because many of the people ask me this question. So someone who's an underweight and have never done Zumba in their life, but they love dancing, they want to join in for Zumba. And then they come up with a question that, मैं already underweight हूँ, 30-40 kilo का. If I do your Zumba, I lose whatever weight I have. But that's not the concern. Of course, that should not be, that is not a right answer. If you do Zumba, you might tone your muscles up, and if you're losing muscle, कोई भी workout करो तुम, उसमें तुम्हारा muscle mass जाता ही है. Even normally you walk, you're gonna lose some muscles out there. But if you have a balanced diet with it, maybe it works on a nice, it is basically a nice workout for you. So when you do Zumbas and you're underweight, so maybe when you go for weight training or high intensity interval or yoga, there you will see the impact of cardio workout. Your endurance is working there. You have a nice energy out there. Your forms are becoming right, because in Zumba you're doing a free weight workout. You're not lifting a weight, but you're working on your forms. You're working on your strength. You're working on your flexibility, stability. So all of these things you start seeing into the weight training. By the time you see your forms are better than the other person who has been lifting for a long period of time, but then you have more of endurance, so you can have less of repetitions but heavy weights.
I can say you could definitely have more endurance after working with her. Can you show us your favorite Zumba move?
It's a better shuffle. So, this one. So this is a better shuffle. So one who is an inventor of Zumba, he came up with, his name is Beto Perez, and that's his favorite step.
That's, okay.
And then even because I adore him a lot, even I came to know, मैंने भी बहुत Google किया क्या कैसे है, how is of the Zumba, and I came to know, okay, this is the step that has been used a lot in Zumba. Yeah, and that's my favorite step.
Yeah, okay. Do you teach any of your kids, like the ones you teach, not
Of
Zumba,
course.
but like about health, fitness?
Yeah, of course. So whenever I am teaching lessons.
Today you had a sports day, you said.
Yeah. So we had the sports activity. So I'll just share something. So today, So what I told them is whole week, whatever I had taught you, if you complete all of those notes, and kids get bored. If the teacher's gonna play with them, they feel like, wow, we're having something different thing gonna come in our, bowl. So what I told them is whole week, if you do homework, whole week, whatever I've taught, uska agar aap notes complete kar dete ho, whenever I have my subject coming up in the next week, whenever I have my class, we won't have that class. Rather than that class, we're gonna have some games. Okay. So it could be anything. If kids say that we want to do Zumba, because anyways they know that I am into fitness and I teach Zumba, okay, we'll do Zumba. If you want to just have a sport, a game outside, like playing cricket or something, making teams, best. So yeah, today when I was doing that, so I prefer kids to not just study, but be involved in all of those activities that is going in and around the world. It could be sports, it could be dance. So what happens is you make that kid grow internally and in the outer world too, by making that kid do many activities. So his not just you compromise on his studies, but you also start working on his fitness part. At the end of the day, that person has to be fit no matter what happens.
Absolutely, yeah. And it helps your brain.
Exactly.
Exercise helps your brain.
True.
So wonderful. So last words you'd like to tell, but before we get to that, I wanted to say that we're having another Zumba party, and we'll be continuing to have them at the Breathing Room. These are evening parties where you just come and you do Zumba, you dance to good music. There's no alcohol or smoking. You just come and have a good time.
Of course.
So this Saturday we'll be having it, and we have it a few times a month. I'll put information in the show notes. Where can people find you, Shahin? Do you have any last parting words?
So, if you think the day has been going boring, if you think that you need a spice in your life, you think Saturdays are bored sitting at your home, you can come down at Breathing Room and try the Zumba session with me. We have this Zumba session that is going to be held from 7:30 to 9 for 1.5 hours. We're going to be dancing on some Latin and some Bollywood moves. So, what are you waiting for? Just join in with your friends and family down there.
So I will put all the show notes about that and about Shahin. You'll find them below. And do reach out to her and do start doing Zumba. Thanks, Shahin.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.